Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another video. Welcome to the Cool Out Corner, ladies and gentlemen, aka the Lion's Den. Now, I have a very important topic today, but before I put the cart before the horse, I actually have an announcement to make. On December the 14th, I will actually be a guest feature on Inside the Nation, hosted by Brother Abayah. And it's going to be an excellent stream. And we should be simulcasting that stream as well. That way you can catch it on my channel as well as the Inside the Nation channel. And you guys can look it up right on YouTube, Inside the Nation. And it's going to be momentous. For brothers and sisters who've been subscribed and following for a long time, you're going to really enjoy that stream. And also, all you newcomers out there, it's going to be really edifying for you as well. It's going to be a lot of questions answered, and you're going to learn a lot. So you're going to absolutely enjoy it as well. So y'all make sure y'all catch me on December 14th, and I may do some kind of countdown. Looking forward to it. Now, I actually wanted to talk about something very serious, and this may weigh heavy on the conscience. And this may snap some people into reality. And this is going to have lots of talking points because there's a lot of things happening within current events that must be addressed. And they must be addressed from a spiritual angle. And we really got to recognize what times we living in. So the question is, first and foremost, is why are we being distracted? That's the question. Why are we being distracted? There's a lot of things happening, especially within the United States currently. Right now, this year alone, there has been 75,000 missing black women and countless children. This year alone, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely alarming. It's horrific, to say the least. It's almost like a nightmare, but it's not a nightmare. It is reality. And it must be addressed because it seems that mainstream media, along with world news, they're not really getting into details about these missing people. The only thing that they stated that it may be sex trafficking. It's rumored to be sex trafficking. We got to discuss this. In this video, hopefully some of the things I say will create a proactive solution for defenseless women and children. Because I like to give some similitude of a resolution. I'm not one to try to harbor on the issues and the problems, but these things definitely got to be addressed. Since world news is not really putting out much information, people are having to turn to alternative broadcasts, alternative journalists to get any information regarding this topic. So it's my duty and my due diligence to bring some things forth. You would think that in likes of a situation like this, you would think that everybody would be up in arms and it would be some public outrage. But what we got to realize is that media, along with Hollywood, they have done a phenomenal job with creating a nation of docile people. We've been completely desensitized. We've been manipulated to false flag events, false media, fake news. We've been desensitized to reality. The average citizen is like Alice in Wonderland. The average citizen believes that everything that's a travesty, everything that is happening in biblical proportion they believe that is a mere mirage. People do not see what's taking place, although it's right in front of them. It's reality what's happening. A lot of people are not seeing this reality. So it's time for a reality check. Hollywood has been doing this for ages. This is nothing new under the sun. It's not just the news, but they've been doing it in Hollywood. They've been preparing us for this very time that we living in right now. What is Hollywood? For those who don't know, the Druids actually worship the trees. Hollywood was a sacred wood, the most sacred wood that they used in their rituals to give reverence, praise, and honor to the goddess of the underworld. They believe that we're living in the age of Aquarius, so it's their due diligence to destroy the masculine principles and propel the feminine principles. This is why you have the effemination of men. This is why you have the toxic masculinity agenda. This is why you have all these men putting on dresses. And this is why you have men being degraded mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because the idea is to propel the feminine principle in order to remove the masculine. Now what you have is defenseless women and children. Within the last 2 years, there's been an incline on movies. These movies have been showing sex trafficking, an incline in sex trafficking films. Predictive programming at its finest. They've been utilizing these tactics to push forth their agendas for ages. Hollywood is sorcery. Hollywood is magic. Hollywood is divination. They show you what they're going to do before they do it. That way, when it happens, the people are more acceptable or susceptible to allow it to happen without public outrage. That's what's happening right in your face. Not to mention that it was the music and entertainment industry as well. You know, Beyonce, to the left, all my ladies, independent. See, the reason why it's more black women being abducted than any other race is because black women are the most defenseless, the most defenseless women. The men have been removed or they've been degraded, locked up, silenced, docile. And I'm a firm believer that our daughters should be raised to be able to take care of themselves as well as find a husband. Now, what I mean by take care of herself, I mean in a tangible sense. Know how to use a knife. Know how to use a gun. Know how to use mace. Know how to defend herself. But a woman's ultimate goal should be to become a wife and have a protector so she is not defenseless. Because we all got to realize that this isn't just random tyrants coming against our women and children and just randomly snatching up women and children. I refuse to believe that. We live in an age of technology. Everything that's happening is internal. The powers that be let us know who their enemies are. Everything that happens is internal. You got cameras on every corner. You got surveillance devices and tracking devices on nearly every new vehicle. Every phone has tracking devices. You're in the age of technology. They got satellites going in with radio frequencies to track and trace. And you mean to tell me out of 75,000 women, and numerous, countless children missing, they haven't found anybody? See, this is a lot more organized and orchestrated than one can imagine. The internet play a huge role in all of this, a way bigger role than you understand. They call it the internet for a reason. A net is used to catch something. They call it the World Wide Web for a reason. What's a web used to do? To catch something. Our women, black women, perfect targets. A predator, a sick psycho would go on the internet, and that would be the perfect place to find a black woman, a child. Why? Our women showing every nook and cranny, whole body on display, everything hanging out. So these sex traffickers are literally just shopping for a victim. And they're using your IP address to track you, to find out exactly where you live, if you're vulnerable or not, if you're defenseless or not, is there a man there or not. They got it right there on the internet. So moving forward, how do our women need to move? Carefully. We need to start raising our daughters a little bit different in a generation to come. It's okay if a woman is ambitious and has dreams, goals, and whatnot. But her goal should be to have a protector. Someone who is going to come after somebody who harms their child or their wife. Because these cowards, they want somebody who's defenseless. They want somebody where there's no man in the picture. The general public are not publicly outraged. Nobody is going to be outraged. Black men, stop looking for other nations to be outraged in these situations. The powers and the politics that we address. Nobody else gives a damn with all this technology. Nobody can find these missing women and children. Yeah. I'm supposed to believe this is not orchestrated? I'm supposed to believe that they didn't purposely program the rest of the nation not to give a damn when something of this epic, something of this tragic, nobody cares? Based on their Hollywood magic, their sorcery, their false media, their news. Plain and simple. Now it's time more than ever for women, righteous women, to cleave to wise men who can lead them throughout this perilous time. It's time more than ever. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to be real with y'all. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I know y'all can feel it. From the time you walk in your house, from the time you step foot outside of your door, you can feel the energy. You can feel that something is on the horizon. There's a darkness in the atmosphere. There's something pending. See, a lot of times when people speak about the end days, the end times, they think it's going to be a sudden apocalypse. I'm going to tell you right now, all the horsemen of the apocalypse, they going crazy right now, and it's simultaneous. Everything happening all at once. That's why it's so much confusion. Right now, with all of this happening, you got Frankenfoods, where they got vegetable burgers that bleed. You got earthquakes in various places, tsunamis, hurricanes. You got all of these things taking place on a world scale. And everybody can still tell you what T.I. said last week. Everybody can still tell you how long Kodak Black going to jail. Everybody can still tell you what Whack 100 then said What's going on with Amayan and Lil Fizz? What's going on with Atlanta Housewives and Real Hip Hop and all of that? But can the average person tell you what Project Bluebeam is? Agenda 21? How about Rex 84? I'll tell you what Rex 84 is. The rest you can look up. Those are the 84 FEMA camps that they got strategically placed all over the United States. These camps have coffins that can house 3 bodies. These camps have incinerators, and these camps have guillotines. What are they preparing for? Because it's clear that they don't give a damn about us. So why are we being distracted? That's the question. Why are we being distracted? Now, I gave you some reasons I believe that we're being distracted. Martial law, FEMA camps, the world becoming one world religion, one government, all underneath our noses. But now you all can come in the comment box and give your understanding to why you believe that these distractions have happened. Why do you think Hollywood is using this magic and sorcery? And for the young ladies out there, your mentality has to change. I know a lot of people believe that it's time for women to be liberated. It's all about liberation. That was a lie. They told you that as a lie. They told you back in the 50s and 60s when Margaret Sanger was teaching feminism, and then her whole goal and objective was to exterminate and abort babies. Every time they liberate the goddess of the underworld, death ensues. When they liberate the feminine aspect, it's always to promote death at the end, because you need the protection. And that's just what it is. And, we just got to look at things different. We got to stay prayed up in these last days, because we are in the last days. We got to keep our minds focused on what's important, which is protecting, guiding, and leading our families. And we just got to stay on point. You can't be walking down the street, ladies, like this, cell phone all in your face. And they got agents. They got people that they're using. It can be another female. They come up to you like, hey, sis, I like your hair. Next thing you know, snatch. So be involved with wisdom. You understand? Read your scriptures. Ask the Most High God, Heavenly Father, to bless you with a king, a husband, a man of wisdom, a man that's going to guide you out of this situation. Because I'm not one to just be telling women they don't need no man. That's not true. Women need guidance. It is what it is. And, as a man with a daughter, I would want her to grow up and find a good king that's going to be protecting her, guiding her out of this havoc. So our mentalities need to change on just how we raise our youngins. We got to be safe. Do what it is you got to do to protect yourself by all means necessary. I'd like to thank y'all for watching this video. Hopefully this edified you and helped you in your walk and promoted awareness. Help by promoting more awareness by spreading and sharing this video. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. With that being said, shalom and peace.